I got through physics with Dick Ireland. I was at St. Louis U then in my undergraduate years in the sciences, Bachelor of Science. And I knew I was going to have to face a physics class. And I was scared to death that I might not be able to pass it. So Father Herr calls Dick Ireland. He says, you need to do me a favor. You need to tutor Bill this summer. I was working at the Superior Coach plant, right? Building buses. And I would go over to Dick's house at night and he would tutor me. So I take my book, my physics book that I was going to have in class at St. Louis U. He would tutor me through it. We did that all summer. Now, granted, I gave him a case of beer a week as a payoff. But the fact of the matter, good thing my father was a beer distributor, but the fact of the matter was that I aced that course. One of the only science courses that I aced because of Dick Ireland.
There were some teachers that had a big influence on me. One of them was one of my coaches, actually, Frank Hill. Another one was actually a math teacher, and that is Trudy Thompson. She was my math teacher for a few years, and I'd say those are kind of the two teachers that have stuck out to me.
I loved Paul Green.
He just passed away.
I know, I saw that. Yeah, I loved Paul Green.
He's a great guy.
Seg was I always enjoyed being in Bob Segerson's classes. Paul Green, though, I was a football player, so I wasn't a basketball player, wasn't born tall.
Nancy Bassett was I had her for biology, and I'm not a science person, but that was the one science class I enjoyed just because of the way she taught it. Mr. Barnhart, he was my geometry teacher. I'm not a math person, but again, it was just the way he did it. And Sister Nancy, in fact, I was so bad at algebra that I had, I had a little tutoring sessions with her after class, but again, I enjoyed it just because of her, so.
And Mr. Ireland was a great drill sergeant in many ways. And then after I went to LCC, he was my homeroom teacher my senior year. And so I had the pleasure of working with him closely, and he, really set the standard for academics and doing the right thing and his commitment to kids.
My favorite teachers were three. Mr. Kuhlman, who taught world history and pop culture, Mr. Mishakevich, but we called him Misha, and Mr. Schneiders, and they all kind of helped me with finding my passion with history, politics, and law.
And Sister Anne Louise was a wonderful, wonderful teacher. And unfortunately, math is not my strong suit, but I thought she was great.
How about you, Joe?
Well, without question, I think the most memorable part of the teaching was Father Ignatz, who taught apologetics and religion. He had a tremendous impact both in the classroom and outside the classroom on me personally.
Kind of naturally, the teachers I spent the most time with, or members of the staff, of course, coaches, Mr. Schneiders, Mr. Kill, Mr. Cooper, Seg. I spent a lot of time with them in school and after school, but a couple of teachers I spent a lot of time with just by being in their classes. Mr. Barnhart, I had algebra, statistics, Calc 1, Calc 2, and a seminar with him throughout high school. So spent a lot of time with him. Miss Schenk, I had bio and health and a gym class and a seminar. Just a lot of teachers that you kind of get to have a few times and build a relationship with that extends beyond the classroom and beyond graduation as well.
Mine's Sister Nancy. I really loved her, the way she taught math, and she's just so personable to each and every one of us. And Miss Moore. Yeah, Miss Moore, great history teacher. Again, got very personal with all of us, and felt like she knew you.
Probably my sophomore and freshman year math teacher, Miss Thaxton. She just had like this fire for math that was infectious. And my art teacher, Miss Edscorn, she was great too.
Certainly Dick Clark. We had some wonderful sisters. Sister Ann Louise was terrific, terrific math teacher. Sister Paulette, who followed us from St. Gerard's and went to LCC, and turns out she was only about 8 years older than we were, and she was trying to deal with 40-some kids who had a lot of testosterone for the boys, so it was tough. I said I'd leave the best for last, and that's Dick Ireland, who I met first as an 8th grader, as I said. And as I recall, I took general science from Dick Ireland. I took 2 years of physics from Dick Ireland. I took geometry from Dick Ireland, I think 1 year, maybe 2, I don't know. And since then, I've gone to law school. I've gone to undergraduate school at Xavier. I took a course in religious studies at Lourdes College. And I still think Dick Ireland's the best teacher I ever had, anywhere.